Hi, Joe Banye for FastPitchPower.com. In this week's video, I'm going to demonstrate the exercises that you'll need for month 4 of our 2014 off-season strength training program. If you've been following month to month, starting with month 1 all the way up to month 4, you're going to have good command of the exercises that I've been installing each month. You should also have a basic understanding of the flow of the workout. In last week's video, I gave you a pretty nice tutorial if you're looking or struggling to install this type of program at your commercial gym. I gave you pretty much a playbook on how to approach the commercial gym setting and how to move station to station and how to have alternate plans that are acceptable when equipment is taken or things don't go as planned. But I have to get to the exercises pretty quickly because we have a lot to talk about. As always, or as with previous months, we have an A and B rotating schedule. Session A, Session B, we're going to rotate and progress for the next 12 sessions. Right? Routines A and routines B at their core will be different. One thing I'm installing or adding this month is a floor core warm-up, in which we're going to continue to warm up and warm up the hips and improve hip strength and hip stability, but we're going to also add a rotator cuff exercise. That warm-up will be the same each day. All right, so that's the major addition to this month's program, along with some changes or upgrades to the actual strength training routine. So I'm going to show you that warm-up now, and then I'm going to talk about the differences in each day's routine and demonstrate those exercises as well. The floor warm-up or the floor core warm-up begins with the hip bridge, which we've been using. This month we're going to stick with a single leg hip bridge on the floor, beginning with my knees bent and my toes pulled off the ground. I start by pulling one knee up toward my chest. This leg is going to stay locked in that position. With the other leg, I'm going to push into the heel, pushing my hips up to the ceiling. Super important that we're not compensating through the lower back, pushing our belly button or pushing our ribs toward the ceiling. We're keeping our torso or our upper body down, away from the ceiling, driving the tops of our thighs up toward the ceiling. You should feel this in your glutes, your butt muscles, in the back of your leg, your hamstring. Primarily, we're looking to really warm up the glutes. Again, knees bent, toes pulled up. Lock one knee up toward your chest. Push your hips up toward the ceiling. Hold and down. Up, hold, and down. After the hip bridge, you're going to turn on your side. Right. Resting your head on top of your hand. Knees are bent at about 90 degrees. Knees are in front of the body. I'm going to give you an alternate view of this so you see exactly how my body is organized. This exercise is called the clamshell. Again, another exercise for the glutes, and we'll call it the rotator cuff of the hip. Right? Shoulder has a rotator cuff, super important for shoulder stability and health. The hip has a rotator cuff, super important for hip health, but as I've talked about in the past, the health and the stability of our hips determines the alignment of the joints above and below, so the position and the stability of the hips is going to determine the position of the lower back muscles and spine, and as well as stability of the knees and ankles. Okay? Really begins with the hip alignment and hip stability and strength. So, in this position, exercise is called the clamshell. I'm going to keep my feet together. I'm going to drive my top knee apart from the bottom knee, taking this knee toward the ceiling. Okay? I can't emphasize enough that this knee is going straight toward the ceiling. You do not want to open your whole body towards the ceiling. You want to imagine you're going to have a hot cup of coffee right on the top of the hip. That cup of coffee cannot slide back. Okay, so the upper body has to be strong and engaged and stiff. We're looking to get motion only through the hip, not through the rest of the torso. Right? Keep the upper body engaged and stiff. Drive the knees apart. Hold. You're going to feel this in your back pocket and down. Up, hold, and down. You're going to do 10 on each side. I'm going to give you the alternate view just so you see how my body is organized. Knees bent at 90 degrees. Knees slightly in front of the body, okay, knees come apart. What you don't want to do is open up and pull back. This is too easy, you won't feel anything. You have to secure the upper body, drive the knees apart, and hold. Clamshell, again for the glutes and the rotators of the hip. Last exercise here for your floor warm-up is going to be for the rotator cuff of the shoulder. I'm actually going to get back in that clamshell position. I have a ball, a squishy ball here. You can use a thick towel roll, something, right, to place under your elbow for this exercise. I'm holding onto a very light plate. I have a 2.5 pound plate. You can use 1 to 2 to 2.5 or 3 pound dumbbells, weight plates if you have them available to you. You can take a can of soup take a can of tennis balls, take the tennis balls out, fill that container with dirt, right? Find something, a Gatorade bottle, something that's about 1 pound, 2 pounds to perform this exercise. In my, again, side lying or clamshell position, I'm going to do 2 things to begin. I'm going to squish the ball down a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of pinch my shoulder blade down and back. Don't let your shoulder migrate up into your ear. Don't shrug. Shrug down. Make the neck nice and long. Okay, shoulder blade down, squish the ball a little bit. From here, from pretty much my belly button or my stomach, I'm going to rotate up toward the ceiling, hold, and down. I'm always keeping my shoulder blade engaged. What do I mean by that? Again, keeping the shoulder blade down, squishing the ball, the towel roll, whatever you're using. Rotate up, hold, rotate down. Rotate up, hold, rotate down. On your workout sheet, that's going to be side lying, shoulder, external rotation. 10 reps on each side. So that's the floor warm-up. Always, workout A, before you start workout A and workout B, you're going to start with a hip bridge. Move to the clamshell exercise, and then the side lying, shoulder, external rotation. Again, you're going to need a ball, squishy ball, or a towel roll works really well as well. If you have something like that at home, if you're working out at home, you can use it at home. If you working out at the gym, make sure you bring your own towel. Throw it in your gym bag before you leave. All right. Moving on. Workout A. Each workout A and workout B, is going to contain 2 circuits now. Okay, 2 circuits of 3 exercises. We're going to perform a lower body exercise, an upper body exercise, and a core exercise in that order. All right, you're going to perform 4 to 5 rounds of the first circuit. After that, you're going to rest. All right, grab some water. Then you're going to perform 4 to 5 rounds of the second circuit. Again, the order is going to be lower body, upper body, core. For workout A, the first exercise we're going to begin with is a lower body power exercise, a medicine ball vertical jump. Now, I have a light medicine ball here. This is not to add resistance to this exercise. It's to take the contribution of the upper body out of this exercise and focus only on lower body power and lower body power development. All right. Medicine ball vertical jump from the side is going to look like this. I'm going to lower myself, holding the ball in front of me, into about a half squat. Okay? I'm going to jump as hard as I can, high as I can, up, and then I want to land back in that position. I'm going to reset in between each jump. Okay? We're going to do 5 to 6 reps per set, so it's not very many jumps. The quality has to be very high. Okay? The focus on technique, very high, very important. So again, lower myself into a half squat, jump, land back in that half squat, land in that athletic position. From the front, you should see that my knees, track over my toes. Okay, they don't bow in. All right, keep your knees pushed out. Weight evenly distributed really over the foot, maybe slightly over the midfoot or ball of the foot. Okay, but I don't want you to be too much on your toes, and obviously you're not going to be way back on your heels. Have an even distribution. It's more important that we focus on the alignment, especially for female athletes, of the hips, knees, and feet. So, into my half squat, knees go slightly out, I jump, and I land back in that half squat, or athletic position. Again, knees go out, jump, and land back in that position. Med ball, vertical jump. First exercise on workout A. Next is going to be a push-up. In December and January, it's important that you find the most difficult version of a push-up for you. I've given you a ton of options. Just going to show you 2 today. I think it covers pretty much all levels of athletes. You should have progressed at least to one of these levels by now if you've been following the program. For weaker athletes or more beginner athletes, we're going to focus on push-up lowering to a stop. Right? You want, again, just to reiterate, you want to pick the most difficult push-up variation for you that allows you to get 5 or 6 reps with exceptional form. Push-up lowering to a stop. I get in push-up position, hands outside shoulder width, head beyond my hands. I'm going to lower myself to the ground slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, down, and reset. Back up. Everything in a straight line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, down, and reset. Okay? So if you have trouble with push-ups, focus on just push-up lowering and hold at the bottom. For more advanced athletes or stronger athletes, you're still going to stick to body weight. All right, you're going to do push-up lowering or push-up with a pause at the bottom, 3 to 5 honest seconds at the bottom. All right. Again, your perfect push-up position: hands outside shoulder width, head beyond your hands, body in a straight line. You're going to go all the way down. Hold. 1, 2, 3, up, down. 1, 2, 3, up. I'm not resting on the ground. Half inch away from the ground. Last exercise, and if you don't have a physio ball, you can do this on the floor. Just follow the same cues or same intention that I'm giving you, because that is important. You can do this on the floor as well. The physio ball adds a significant challenge. You're going to set up in a front plank position. Okay? Your hands, you're going to interlock your fingers, make a fist. Your hands are going to be on top of the ball on the North Pole. Right? The emphasis here is to push your hands away from you. You should be in this position. Okay? Not just resting with your head down and your hands up. You'll see the difference. I'll show you. It's the first thing we need to focus on. Front plank on the physio ball. Hands on the North Pole. Make a fist. Interlock your fingers. Push down on the ball and hold. You should feel your abs engaged. Second thing is position or alignment of our butt or our hips. Okay? We want to be tucking our butt, squeezing our glutes, squeezing our butt together the whole time. Glutes will get you abs in this exercise. The more you squeeze your butt, the more you'll feel in the place you want to feel it. If your glutes aren't engaged and your butt's kind of stuck up in the air, you're going to feel this a lot in your lower back, more so than the muscles of your core where we want to be feeling this. So, I get in front plank position. Okay, I'll see a lot of athletes who are just kind of doing this. All right, butt up. You want to squeeze your glutes, tuck your butt, take your hands, push down on the ball. Tuck your butt as hard as you can. And hold. Again, we don't want our butt up in the air this way. Okay, tuck, squeeze your butt, squeeze, push down, hold. Okay. I'm going to prescribe a range of times because every athlete's a little different. You can hold an honest 15 seconds here with everything engaged and focused. That's pretty good. 15, 25, 30 seconds ain't bad. All right. That's the first 3 exercises on day A. Next exercise, got to grab some dumbbells here. Again, rear foot elevated split squat. Shown you this in the past. It's a great lower body strength development exercise that pretty much everyone, regardless of movement ability, can perform to some degree with some progression or regression or adjustment of the weight or the tempo. If you've been following along, following month to month, we're ready to just add weight and perform the movement. All right, no special emphasis on tempo. That means I'm going to prescribe about 5 to 6 reps per set. You're picking a weight, ideally, in which you could not perform 7 or 8 reps with good form. All right, 5 to 6 reps, maybe 7, maybe 8, but you're not going to perform 7 or 8. You're going to leave those in the tank. All right, 5 to 6 really solid reps, and you keep going up in weight. Working with high school athletes, I have girls who work their way up to 40 to 45 pounds in each hand. Okay, pretty regularly over the course of an off season. So if you're only holding 5-pound dumbbells, throughout the entire off season, we got to find ways to increase the resistance, increase the challenge. Right? So grab some heavy dumbbells that you're going to be able to use. Again, technique is most important here. Arranging my back foot on the box and just on my toes, I'm going to go all the way down. Okay, touch down, straight back up. No special emphasis on tempo. It just has to look really good. Eyes down, bend your knees, touch, back up. All right? Touch the ground, back up. Okay, rear foot elevated split squat. Another exercise that we've installed the previous month is dumbbell row. This is going to be the second exercise second exercise in the second routine on workout A. Dumbbell row. I'm going to organize here into this position, knees bent, butt back, feet are wider than shoulder width. Okay? I need my feet back far enough that so the dumbbell can just hang here, and I'm able to row the dumbbell into my side. If my knees are too close, I'm going to have a hard time. My legs are in the way. I've got to get my feet back, my butt back and up. Right, pull the dumbbell up, pause at the top, and reach. Pause at the top, and reach. Described in previous videos, that exercise begins or is initiated with movement of the shoulder blade. Okay? Shoulder blade first, then row. So these two exercises, rear foot elevated split squat and dumbbell row. The third exercise, which is new for this month, is a rotational strength exercise. You're going to need a workout band, an exercise band, or a cable station, a weighted cable station, which you'll see at the gym. I use this band called a Cook band from Perform Better, and that's this is all linked on. If you go to the store and you want to buy a band like this, you can go to our store. If you're at the gym, you're going to see those weighted like cable stations. You can set up in the exact same position. You just have to adjust which handle you're going to use to kind of replicate what I'm going to show you here today. Tall kneeling band or cable rotation. First important thing is the setup. I'm going to get on two knees. Knees are right underneath my shoulders, and I'm tall. My butt is not sitting back on my heels. I'm tall, glutes are squeezed, abs are squeezed. I'm thinking just get tall here. So in this position, arms are going to be dead straight. Dead straight, not bent in here. Straight away from your body. About chest height throughout this exercise. I'm going to rotate in my example from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. I rotate through my shoulders, not through my lower body. 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, arms are dead straight. The fewer parts moving, the better. The emphasis here is strictly on moving slightly through the upper body, peeling this shoulder back, keeping your arm straight. Peeling this lead shoulder back, keeping your arm straight. Again, I'm not moving through my lower core. Keeping this stable, moving through my upper body as I do this. 10 repetitions on each side. That exercise is installed on both days, workout A and workout B. Every time you're performing this exercise, you're going to do 10 reps on this side, then 10 reps facing the other way. Okay, so that's the conclusion of workout A.